Welcome back, guys. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Amy. I am a Canva coach and a Canva certified community trainer. Today, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to be creating an Instagram reel in the theme of a travel agency with a photo burst. So I'm going to start off with an Instagram reel because I'll be able to access the video editor in this specific template. You'll notice down here on the bottom, we have this area here with a plus sign, and this is where we can add media. This is kind of like layers. We can even add audio or music. So I'm going to start off by placing some images on my workspace. So I'm going to go to Elements, and I'm going to go to my recently used. I'm going to place this image on my workspace. Now, when you are placing images on your workspace, it's going to automatically place it as the background. So if you already have a background and you go and grab another image and place that image on your workspace, it's going to create another page with that background. But that's okay, because I'm going to show you how to navigate through the video editor. Now, if you're new to the video editor, I'm going to link my everything you need to know about the video editor video in the description, so you can hop on over if you want to learn more about it. But here is our background, and like any other background, we can double click and we can adjust that background to appear anywhere we want. Now again, this is a travel agency themed photo burst reel. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some images now. So I am going to start off by adding some images and just adjusting them. Canva has added all of these pages one after another like a slide, and I don't really want that. I really want those images to appear in my first slide where that airplane is. And what we're going to do is we're going to make this area here with the layers a little bit taller. So if we move our cursor up, we're going to get this purple line, and we can actually move that up so that we can see all the different layers in here. So I'm going to grab these one by one and just adjust them so that they are appearing one on top of another. Now, don't worry too much about them being staggered. We're going to fix all that later on. So let's make our image a little bit larger just so that we can see what we're doing. And when we click on the image, so this is the first image. So if I go back, this is the first image right here. And when I click it, we can still adjust it to crop it or resize it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab it by the corners, and I'm just going to resize it and place it on my screen. Now, before we move on, we're going to make a couple of adjustments to these images before we go and crop the remaining images. I do want them to appear in a staggered motion, like kind of like a photo burst, if that's what you want to call it. So I need them to appear one at a time. And actually, I want to see the background. Right now, I can see the background, but I really want to see the full background before I start placing all my images on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to adjust the timing of my first image, which is this image right here. So I'm going to grab it from the side, and I'm just going to change the timing or the duration of that slide to appear after my background. And I'm going to do the same thing for the remaining photos. I'm just going to stagger them to appear at different intervals during this video. And I'll crop them to end when my background ends as well. So if I go back to the beginning and I play this again, we're going to notice that the different images are coming up at different times during So let's go ahead and crop the remaining of these images. Let's now add a border to all these photos. So I'm going to grab the first one. I'm going to come up here to the stroke. I'll make the stroke a little bit thicker, and I'm going to change the stroke color to white. I'm just going to copy that style to the rest of the images. That way I don't have to do that all over again. And we can also rotate the photos too to make it a little bit more fun. Let's go back to the beginning and let's just play that and see what it looks like. Okay, that seems kind of neat. Okay, it's time to add some text and some animations. So I'm going to come over to text and we're going to add some text. For this text in here, I'm going to type "Your next adventure awaits." I'm going to bring that right up here. And I'm going to make it this neon color. I'm going to go back into the solid colors. I'm going to make it really, really bright like that. I'm also going to add an effect. I'm going to add a shadow, and I'm going to make that shadow black. I'm going to turn up the transparency or make it more opaque. And I'll just leave it like that. I'm also going to make it a little bit bigger. And I'm also going to tighten up the line spacing. Okay, so that's what that is going to look like right there. I'm going to take a duplicate of that. I'm going to bring it right down here. And in here, I'm going to type, "We plan, you explore." And I'm going to make that a little bit smaller. I'm going to go back to elements and I'm going to add this ticket on my workspace. I'll put it right there. And I'll also add this plane. Let's take a copy of the text and let's put it right in there. And in here, I'll just say, "Book your trip today." And I'm going to change the color of that text to blue. Let's move this up so we can see everything in our layers panel, and we can see that some things have shifted and we have to move them back. So we now need to decide where the text is going to appear. So at the beginning here, there is no text, and I really want for the "Your next adventure awaits" to appear on the orange background. So I'm going to grab that text and bring it all the way to the beginning. I'm just going to crop that a little bit so that we see the orange and then the text. Let me just adjust that a little bit. And I'm going to adjust the first picture as well to appear after the text. So there's the background, the text, and then the first image, and the rest of the images. Now the "Book your trip today," the plane, and the ticket, I want to group those together because I'll be applying an animation. So I'm just going to group them together, but I will also want them to appear at the end. So I'm cropping the side there so that it kind of will appear with that last image. And for the we plan, we're going to have that appear before the book your trip. So let's now apply an animation to the book your trip. I'm just going to make this a little bit smaller right now, just so we can see our screen. We're going to go to animate, and we're going to apply a scrapbook animation. Now I only want it to appear on enter, so I'll leave that the way it is. I also want to apply an animation on we plan, you explore. So I'm going to click on that, and we're going to choose the shift. And I only want it to appear on enter. And I want the writing style to be by character. And I'm going to choose the downward direction, like that. All right, so we're pretty much done. There's just one more thing that I want to do, but I don't know what you think about it. So I'm just going to make this a little bit larger just so we can go through all the layers one more time, because this kind of can get a little bit confusing. So we've got our background. This is our background. And if I move my cursor all the way to the beginning, so right now this background, the slide is 5 seconds long. If I want it to make it more than 5 seconds, I can always make it longer. But just note, if you're doing that after the fact, you're going to have to adjust all of your slides. So right now it's 6.7 seconds. I'm going to adjust it to about 5.8, but now I'm just going to have to adjust all of my other elements to kind of match up with that slide. All right, so we've got our background, and then we've got our text appearing first. Your next adventure awaits. Then I've got that first image appearing, the second one, the third one, and I've got the text, we plan, you explore. I don't want it to appear so soon, so I'm going to grab that text and I'm just going to crop it a little bit. So there is the third image, fourth image, and everything else. Now, I'm going to make this the design a little bit larger just so that you can take a look. One more thing. Do you think that the writing is a little bit too hard to see? So if you think that the writing is a little bit too hard to see, what we can do is we can add a rectangle, and we can make this rectangle black. And I'm going to place this rectangle right on top and make it the size of my workspace. I'm also going to come up here to transparency. I'm going to make it a little bit transparent like that. But now I'm going to grab this rectangle and I'm going to place it behind this text, and this text. And again, here are our layers. And I'm just going to grab this and move it behind like that. And now it's behind all the text. So that makes it look so that kind of gives it the impression that the text is a little bit brighter and you can actually read it more. And we're just going to crop that like that. And because the timing is set for that shape to appear at the same time as the writing, you'll still be able to see your images, and then the text will come up with that black shading in the back. And that's pretty much our design. So let's go back to the beginning and let's play. Let's take a look at it one more time. Now there's a couple of other things you need to do. So number one, if you want to download this, you're going to come to share. You're going to download this as an MP4, and then you're going to upload it to your social media platform. The other thing that people ask a lot is about audio. Now, Canva does have some audio. If we go to Elements and we come down to audio, they do have a library of audio. The only problem with using Canva's audio is that, or using audio from any platform and then downloading it and using it on a separate platform, is that each platform has its own licensing for that music. So if you use any of this audio, so if we click any of this, it'll appear down here. I'm not going to do it because, again, the audio is licensed to use with Canva, not with YouTube. So if you use it on Facebook or Instagram or anywhere else, you could get a copyright violation. So, but if you're using it for personal use, like maybe you want to create a photo slide and you're presenting it to a group of your friends, by all means, you can use any of these without worry. And that's pretty much it, guys. So this is how we can create a photo burst Instagram reel in Canva. I hope that you liked this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, press the like button, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on. Okay, guys, for now, I'm going to say bye-bye. Until next time. Bye now.